Liu Bei has moved from Zhangsha to Fangkou. He may be seeking refuge with the Sun clan.
The Sun clan. They were in their prime under Sun Ce, but since the succession, they have been weakened by internal conflict and intrigue.
That said, Wu remains one of the most powerful forces in the realm today, comparable only to ourselves and to Liu Zhang of Bashu. I imagine Liu Bei is carefully considering who to ally with against us. Liu Zhang or Sun Quan?
Of those two, Sun Quan is the clear choice. Consider his officers, Cheng Pu, Huang Gai, and Heng Dong, followed by Zhou Yu and Lu Su. A fine mix of age and wisdom with youth and intelligence.
Yes, but we have the superior force and an overwhelming advantage in numbers. We could try to contact Wu and ask for their surrender.
Yes. If they were wise and the terms were fair, they would surely consider it, especially once they see the size of our army.
It's worth a try. Send an envoy. Sun Jian or Sun Ce would simply reject the offer no matter the terms. But with Sun Quan in charge, perhaps they will listen to reason.
And if they do refuse our terms, we will simply apply pressure on the Sun clan and fracture their coalition.
Yes, and while we wait for a reply, we can continue training our naval forces.
Our troops are men of the plains, not the sea. We need experienced naval officers to make them into seafarers.
Wu is located on the banks of the Yangtze River, and they likely have sailors aplenty. Whereas I doubt our army holds a single experienced mariner.
Perhaps we could enlist the help of the officers we captured in Jing. Many of them are well-versed in naval matters.
We have little choice in the matter. We cannot avoid a fight on the river and will need their aid. Reorganize our forces, taking into account our disadvantage on the water. We want as many ships and men as we can afford. This may be our only opportunity to smash those who oppose us in one fell swoop. We cannot afford to let it slip from our grasp.
I did not expect them to reject our terms. A wandering general with barely an army to his name convinced them to join him in fighting the greatest army in the realm.
By sheer force of will, he's dragged the whole nation into his war. Liu Bei's is as troublesome as I feared.
What say you, my lord? It is no small matter to go to war against a nation as powerful as Wu.
It changes nothing. Our goal remains the same. We will continue the naval training and trust in our strategy to win the day. If we fool ourselves into thinking he is guided by anything other than emotion and instinct, the road to victory will be hard. We can only defeat Liu Bei with our own logic and reason.
Why, if it isn't Shishu? How long has it been?
Pangtong, what brings you here?
I'm here to respond to an offer. Lord Cao Cao has asked me to join his army.
You too, eh?
You don't sound pleased, Shishu. As long as I've known you, you've always chosen the difficult road. I wish you'd try doing what you want more often.
What I want? Well, that's easier said than done. I'm no sleeping dragon, nor am I a fledgling phoenix. I've neither talons to catch the clouds, nor wings to soar through the sky. I'm bound to land, a humble woodlouse hurrying about its business.
No man is without shackles, no matter how free he thinks he is. That goes for peasants, generals, and yes, even Zhuge Liang. But even shackled, it is up to each of us to decide how to make the most of our situation.
Oh?
Yes, dragons and phoenixes soar through the sky, but we must not overlook the mice and lice scurrying upon the ground. They may sometimes gaze up at the great flying beasts with envy, but then they grit their teeth and carry on with their own business. That is how you've always been, and I admire you for it.
Lord Pangtong, Lord Cao Cao wishes to see you. He is waiting in his tent.
Duty calls, and this old phoenix must heed the summons. Until next time, then.
Pangtong.
It's you. But I suppose it's only natural we'd run into each other. Simple. I'm in Lord Cao Cao's service now. When two men have different aspirations, it's only natural that they each follow their own path, which is what we've decided to do. These are turbulent times, after all. Your own path's taken a few twists and turns, hasn't it? No man under heaven has the right to gainsay another man's path, not when he's chosen it of his own volition. This path that I'm on now, well, it's the one I've chosen, and I won't be stepping off it, no matter what anyone says.
We have enough ships and enough men. We also have the fledgling Phoenix's plan and an insider. We've done all we can to prepare.
But even so, the joint forces of Sun Quan and Liu Bei are deployed on the Yangtze River and at Chibi, ready and waiting for our assault. Soldiers are valuable, not to be sacrificed. If the enemy were wise, they would never fight a battle that they thought they were destined to lose.
So you're saying they see a path to victory?
In numbers, we have the overwhelming advantage, but we must entertain the idea that they have devised the means to level the odds.
That makes sense. But what could it be?
Here, what worries me most is the chance of a fire attack. A massive fleet of vessels, packed tight on a river, will be a tempting target. But such an attack is risky. It's more than just setting a few fires amongst the enemy. Flame is a fickle enemy. Depending on the direction of the wind, the blaze can easily be swept towards one's own ships and men. The great Sun Tzu himself warned that fire attacks should only be used under certain circumstances.
The direction of the prevailing winds on the Yangtze seemed to preclude the possibility of a fire attack. For this reason, I too support Lord Pangtong's proposal. We should chain our ships together and form a stable platform across the river.
This would address the problem of our soldiers getting seasick. But what if the winds were to change direction?
I doubt that would happen. It's not impossible, I grant you that, but still, unlikely.
Which is why we will be counting on you. we may have cause to call upon your power as the Guardian of Peace.
You have the power to read the movement of the air itself, yes? Which means you'll be able to tell us the instant the winds change direction. Thank you. We are counting on you.
I've been relying on your extraordinary talents for a long time now. Ever since we fought the Yellow Turbans many moons ago. You mustn't forget that more than any man, I know exactly what you're capable of. Now is the time to claim the mantle of greatness. After all, you are my Zluan, remember?
I once was a thief. I'll